Bitcoin putting in a nice bounce from recent swing lows, and now today, Bitcoin setting up phase 2 for continuation of this bull market. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that like, hit that subscribe on the way in. If you're a subscriber, there's a pound. It's like the biggest pound of all. Thank you for 100,000 subscribers, everybody. Let's get to 200. Let's jump into this Bitcoin technical analysis. This is an hourly chart. This is the one that you see in the thumbnail. We are at a very important area on this Bitcoin chart on the short term. I'm going to dig into it, show you exactly the move that Bitcoin is in and what you need to anticipate. I want to zoom out here. This is, I mentioned in the intro, phase 2. This is the second consolidation here on the weekly RSI, the momentum oscillator. This is the second consolidation that Bitcoin has experienced in this bull market. And if you look at last bull market, and I talked about this in yesterday's video, we had a handful of them. So this is phase 2 for continuation. And zoom out on the charts, everybody. This was in April 24th, 2020. Just look at this prediction. Out of nowhere, Bitcoin flies through 20K, continues pump to 26.5. Twitter's going crazy. Bitcoin then retraces to 18, bears call for 3,000. Days later, Bitcoin continues back through 20K, through 30K, through 40, through 50, then consolidates back down to 45. Does that sound familiar? When I did this video, April 24th, Bitcoin was all the way back here, around $7,500, getting ready to enter the bull market, and here we are. And what's crazy is we broke through that 50, and then we consolidated back down to 45. And so here we are, and this is what it looks like on the daily charts, and it's nice higher low consolidation for Bitcoin, but some really important things in the very short term. You don't want to get overhyped on the short-term charts right now. There's some things going on that we have to be very mindful of, and we can start here on the 6 hour to give you an idea of the potential move Bitcoin is in right now. So this is where we're going to dig into, right here on the 6 hour chart. And comparatively, if we look at this move, the last swing high, and this was the beginning of January, to that big swing low, which is actually a bigger dip than what Bitcoin has recently experienced, we are right around here. And I want to dig into this area because, as you can see, if we're right around here, there's potential for even more downside. And so while Bitcoin right now is putting in structure, it's putting in a formation that will hopefully allow for bullish continuation in this bull market. While that's happening, there's room for continued downside for this setup. And I want to throw that out there because the mental aspect of this game is where it's at. That's where you will find success. That's where you'll also find opportunity. So as Bitcoin is here right now, let's go to the hourly chart. And I want to start on the hourly, actually in that move that Bitcoin was in early January. So let's kind of zoom out just a little bit. And here's what we're looking at. This is the swing high that Bitcoin had around $42,000 before a huge drop. Now, comparatively, once again, this is what it looks like now. Swing high to all-time high, almost 60,000, huge drop. The similarities on this hourly chart right now are insane. And so if we look at Bitcoin on the way down back then, it had this, and this is, look how particular this is. Look at this wick right here on this hourly for a quick bounce up before continuation down. And look most recently what just happened on the way down this time. Look at this hourly wick for a quick bounce up, swing high, back down. Now, this is probably people getting just their buy orders are in. They're ready to scoop up cheap Bitcoin, obviously in that $50,000 area, and we've gone lower. Now, last time, what Bitcoin did on that bounce from that swing high, and this is really digging into the hourly, to swing low, Bitcoin put in another lower high, and this was basically Fibonacci resistance on a very micro chart in this move. And so the same exact move right now is potentially happening on the chart as I record this video. And that's kind of why I'm doing an earlier video today. And I'll do another video update later, but let me get rid of this. So if we take our Fibonacci from that same swing high to swing low, Bitcoin, you can see trading at the same exact Fibonacci resistance as it did then. So hours ahead, is Bitcoin going to see resistance here as it did back here in January, come down a little bit in the hours ahead, and then get a bounce for continuation up as we see this continued formation for Bitcoin? This is what you want to watch for. Now, if you notice on this hourly chart back then, what Bitcoin did was this swing low to that swing high resistance, Bitcoin saw support at a Fibonacci support area. So let's go chart that speculatively, because in the hours ahead, this is what you want to watch for. This is the most important thing if you're watching these micro charts. I know everybody's waiting for Bitcoin to take off. That's fine. It would be nice if it happens, but you want to be prepared for the downside. So swing low to this swing high resistance Bitcoin is in. So our support that is comparatively the same as our support in the move in January is right here. And that is right around $47,300 to $46,300. That is the area. Bitcoin, it can consolidate back down to that area all we want, and that is fine, but we want to see support there. In the immediate future, we really do not want to see Bitcoin break that area. We really do not want to see Bitcoin break this previous swing low to put in a new lower low right now. What we want to see is a move ultimately to a swing high similar to what happened in January. And if we go to the 6-hour chart, I can illustrate why that is, because yesterday's video, I talked about this Fibonacci resistance that we want to visit. We don't even need to break it just yet. We want to visit it. And all that starts all here for Bitcoin to get there. So is it a potential move like this? Quick swing low. Finally, we're getting up there. And that's exactly what happened last time. Or is Bitcoin going to do something a little bit more volatile? And are we going to put in a lower low? That could be not the best sign for Bitcoin in the short to midterm. But what we want to see ultimately is structure. And this really is the beginning of that structure right now with the swing low that Bitcoin did just put in. This was a true swing low, very similar to the swing low we got back then. So we can speculate. We're going to continue to speculate as we get this formation. But ultimately, remember, Bitcoin, after that bounce to that Fibonacci resistance, came back down and put in another low. But it was kind of an extended area of consolidation for Bitcoin, and it was a very healthy move for Bitcoin. So I'm not saying that it's going to play out exactly the same, everybody, but we want to see similar structure right now for Bitcoin. And it's really all starting on this hourly chart. And it's just crazy how similar these hourly charts look. I mean, this entire move here to this short-term swing high and down, comparatively to what happened in January, it's crazy to me. And it really shows you the demand for Bitcoin in these dips, because you can just go on these hourly charts and really just kind of scroll back as long as you want since this bull market started, and you see a lot of hourly candles like that. People are buying these dips, so it's going to be very interesting as we look at this hourly chart to see if Bitcoin does come back down into this area, what kind of demand will be there. And will we get a bounce similar to what happened last time around? These are the very short-term charts, everybody. I wanted to break it down to start the day. Better believe I will do an update video later today as we go into the hours ahead on this hourly chart to really get an idea of what's going on. Everybody, these technical analysis videos, they work on the micro just as well as the macro. And if you're wondering how I predicted this back in April, it's simple. It's based on the cycles of Bitcoin. It's based on all of the technical tools that we use for anticipating Bitcoin's next move, and the move surely happened. The move namely being we entered this bull market and we are here now. And right now on the hourly charts, getting set up for the next move. Appreciate you all. Hit the subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you all in the next video. God bless.